Hello and welcome back to Dark Souls 3 with myself, Hollow. Holy shit. It's been so long since I've had the fucking privilege to say that sentence, and it feels so fucking good to do it, man. Oh my god. Welcome to the first episode of the new challenge run series, in which we go through the DLC of the Ring City and enjoy all of its intricacies. I did a full blind playthrough on my Twitch stream, you know, did it all live, and it was fantastic. We have all the VODs here on YouTube. If you want to see any of my reactions live, you can, but I should splice some in here in the editing of this series. Now, as you may know, I just said it's a challenge series, so maybe you already know, maybe you don't, but today is the first episode, and today we have our first mini challenge. Every episode, we're going to have a new mini challenge, and today is the first one, which is... NUDIST. That's right. Alright, now that's clearly put across as I reveal my truly sexy form. This is actually Leonidas. This is the same character that we did Ashes of Ariandel on. So he has completed all of that. He's ready to go. We're going to go look for that Dark Soul of Man. And on this character, we're going to be A-okay to go straight back and sort of hand it in. But for now, yeah, I'm going to be naked. I'm a little bit scared. As you can see, based on the character, he's using the Moonlight Greatsword, which is a weapon that I always loved. It always has looked fantastic. It's a good-looking sword. It always has been. And it's got these cool effects. But the thing is, I've never ever used it. Not in Bloodborne, not in Dark Souls 1, not in Dark Souls 2, not in Dark Souls 3. So I figured, let's break the chain and finally do it. Which means I've also got a bit of intelligence, so I can get away with shooting some Crystal Soul Spears. We also have the Greatsword for some nice clear. And we have the Farron Flash Sword for really quick swings if we need them. Because this is, you know, a Claymore type of weapon or whatever. We should actually Ember up, shouldn't we? Here we go. As we enter the DLC. But as I stated with the mini challenges and whatnot, we are going to be blasting through a new challenge every single episode. And I'm not going to be the only person in the series. We're going to have some guests on for episodes. It's going to be pretty cool. There's going to be a lot of variety going on. But as cool as all that is, as excited as I am for this series, let's just dive right in and begin this DLC. Welcome to the Drag Heap, which is somewhere we've actually already been. We were just in a different area. The area we were just in right now, a moment ago, is where you take on the final boss of the whole game. But we're just teleported to a different sort of section of it. Why this is fantastic and so interesting is because of the environment that we're actually looking at. You may notice similar architecture to parts of the games that you've already seen. And it's not just Dark Souls 3 either. What we're looking at right now is the remnants of Lothric Castle and the Royal City. The high walls and their same red-peaked towers. And that big-ass sort of cathedral-looking building. That even looks like the top of it, doesn't it? Where you actually go in and fight the two princes. Now, the big thing about Dark Souls 3 is that it's all these worlds, all of Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, combined into one entity, into one place. Taking the most relevant, biggest sort of areas and putting it into one game. That's why we saw the Carthus Ruins. You know, we got this whole Sand Kingdom that's got a specific part of it over here. Just the crypts for some reason, just the catacombs. We had Lothric Castle brought over. We had Anor Londo, that tiny piece of Anor Londo that made it here into Dark Souls 3. Just as an example to name a few. We had Ulissul that made it in a little bit. And the woods itself. There's a lot going on, and we talked about it in our original playthrough. But why I'm bringing it up now is because we're looking at the truth. This is the current state of the world of Dark Souls from the first trailer of the game. We have a first pygmy as well.
Oh, your head's square on your shoulders, is it? I thought that clamoring tin can was the last. But here we go again. What is it you want from this old stone-amped hag? I've nothing for you, not a smithereen. I just like to stand here and take in the view.
Awkward thing to say, because you're sitting on a chair. Maybe that's like a translation thing, or maybe they did the audio line before they put her in game. You're sitting, girl. I got no business in particular with you.
Keep your marbles intact, love. At least until I lose mine.
I love that line so much. I love that line so much. She's just like, I'm just here hanging out, looking at stuff, get to watch stuff. It's kind of interesting. Kind of just waiting until I go insane. But you're not allowed to go insane before me because you're going to provide me with entertainment. As you go through this area, she literally sits here and watches you do it. It's her entertainment. You are this hag's entertainment.
I've nothing for you, not a smithereen. I just like to stand here and take in the view. Well, that came out of nowhere. You think an old stone-humped hag would be brimming with goodies?
Usually they are.
I've none of that, not a smithereen.
And the fact that she says, I've got nothing. You know, I can't sell you anything. I don't have anything. Literally saying, I don't have a smithereen. What's this? You've got embers. You've got divine fucking blessings and hidden blessings. You've got coins. Alright, they're not very... Fuck those things. But you've got a fucking weapon. The split-leaf greatsword. A long-handled greatsword that made its way from a distant land. Crafted entirely with steel, making it exceedingly heavy. Split leaf refers to the shape of the great blade and its resemblance to the veins of a leaf. And it has the special ability, Wind Wheel.
Keep your marbles intact, love. At least until I lose mine.
There's a question for you while I put this weapon on. Does anyone here, watching this video, have you ever collected marbles? Have you ever had, like, a store of marbles? Because not in my life have I ever had marbles. But I've had a couple of friends that had them. I'm talking like when I was 6 years old or whatever. Alright, so we have basically a halberd sort of moveset. I do like the moveset. The damage of the blade isn't great, and as it says in the description, it is very heavy. But there's some good AoE and good stuff you can pull off from around corners and stuff. But yeah, wind wheel. Very cool. Kind of reminds me of the jumpiness of like Artorias or whatever. It's almost like you helicopter yourself out. I'm a fan of the weapon, I must say. It's straightforward and solid. One other thing she mentioned was that she's surprised to even see me here. She was expecting to find that one last night travel through here, and that was it. And it was recent as well.
Strange little lad you are.
I'm bigger than you.
What on earth do you see in me?
Hidden beauty. Hidden beauty.
At the close of the age of fire, all lands meet at the end of the earth. Great kingdoms and anemic townships will be one and the same. The great tide of human enterprise, all for naught. That's why I'm so taken by this grand sight. This must be what it's like to be a god.
Really like that line. Enforcing what I'm saying, it's nearly the end of days. It is the end of days. Everything that humanity has created is just smashed together, quite literally. Not put together, not pieced together like Dark Souls 3 makes you look. This is the truth of it. They're just slammed together and it's all mostly destroyed and skewed.
Oh, if you just can't stop yourself, at least hear this. Far below, there's a deep, dark hole carved out of a tree. From time to time, voices brim from the depths of the cavity even now. Mutterings of the very demon that Prince Lorien spoke of, I'm sure. Horrible sounds of an afflicted thing, yet cursing men.
I love that. I was so excited when I heard that in the blind playthrough. It's referencing the demon prince that Lorien actually managed to take down, and it was his sort of legacy and led to him becoming a Lord of Cinder ultimately. Or, well, I guess he refused it, but it gave him the opportunity to become a Lord of Cinder, fighting some powerful, the most powerful demon that exists currently in this day and age. Somehow it's still alive somewhere down there. We're gonna go have to meet it. A lot from one character, right? A lot from one character. Information about the demon prince, information about this area we're in and the truth of it, the truth of the world, and some good humor of her character as she's like, stay sane so I can at least get some entertainment out of you. And another huge thing right here, man, something I'd never noticed in my original playthrough, is that there's this red cloth hanging all over this DLC, leading you the correct path. If you're ever lost and you find a red cloth leading down in a direction like this literally is pointing you down here, it shows you the way. On top of that, for the really like the people who don't fucking notice shit like that, you have a ghost that's just like, look, bro, come on. The cloth is pointing that way. You somehow didn't get it. I'll fucking point. I'll leave it for you. And yes, the red cloth is the same cloth of Gale, the person that sent you into the painted world. The Uncle Gale that the little painter refers to. He's here in this DLC, and he's trying to help us, obviously. He's left the cloth, and he's even pointing the way for us. And on top of that, he even leads a message. Take the plunge. So, free for free, for fucking idiots. He's prepared. If he thinks there's a chance we're an idiot, he's got us covered. Here we go. Alright, Gale, where do I go now? I do like the fact that there's so much ash in this area that it's piled up like a soft safety landing. You actually go into it, it's that deep. Look at that. It's actually intentional. You are meant to like clip through like that. It's just a big pile of ash. And those piles prevent fall damage. It's great. Alright, I am a little bit scared about this because I'm naked. And I'm wondering how much damage I'm going to take from each hit. I'm thinking there's a good chance that I'll just, I'll die if I get hit. Now, I do actually have a way to restore some magic, so that's good. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Oh! Alright, that wasn't that bad. Let's get a spear down there. I was hoping it would clean through. We've got the great sword to use. That's got the good range. That's why we've got it. Oh, that beautiful range, though. Oh, it's good. It's good. It's good. And then we even have safety in range right here. And this actually doesn't, amazingly, this doesn't consume any of my magic bar, I don't believe. Or it's like a really small amount that I can't see it. And the damage, as you can see, is fucking respectable. Though the tagging's a bit weird, right? Like, you see how I'm looking up at this guy? It's gonna hit the guy below me. So it must only go out at a different, like a specific angle. I don't get to choose or aim it. That's fine. So those were the merc men. They're just these hollowed out fucking disgraces. I don't even think they're really people. They just come out of the depths. Literally out of the floor. And they do control humanity, the very soul of a man, as their weapon, using dark and the like. Hello! Speaking of humanity, this big fat motherfucker is actually like an empty shell. Kind of like the Dragon Slayer armor, if you remember that. An empty shell. And there's something on the inside of it that's controlling it. That's its weak spot. I'll try and show you it. I just fucked up. Here we go. This thing that I'm stabbing right now in the middle, this black circle shape is actually a humanity. Oh, I actually got the chest piece. I've never had that drop for me before. They're called the WRLD Legion, or at least the armor is. Now it's been corrupted into this horrendous, weird vine thing. Oh, I'm excited about this. Armor worn by the WRLD Legion who sought the Dark Soul. Just like Gale, eh? The armor sank into the dark with the Legion, where their cavities bloated into grotesque displays, never again to fit any ordinary shaped body. What do you mean? This looks normal. Oh my god! This is better than fucking... It's better than fucking Smo's armor, oh my god. So as you can see, it's all like fucked and corrupted, the armor. All these vines and nastiness, it's like emptiness. But yeah, it's actually armor piece, actually armor set. And in the middle, what we just stabbed and did like critical damage to was a humanity. Humanities, remember them in Dark Souls 1, were just sort of wafted towards you. But now they're making use of weapons and armor. Almost like a poltergeist ghost controlling environments to attack you because it can't physically hurt you itself. Interesting to think about, right? Anyway, this is the NUDIST Beach challenge, so I just took it off again. Alright. The Aquamarine Dagger. A very exciting weapon. If only it was slightly better. It requires 14 dex to use. It's this little blue dagger with this aquamarine running through it. Engraved with a prayer in the old tongue to ward off incident. Perhaps it was a parting gift given to one sent off on great travels. But the best thing about this weapon is the fact that it's basically a lightsaber. Look at that shit. You activate the crystal, and it turns into a straight sword. So, it actually functions like a dagger, like your normal dagger moveset. Then you activate it, and you've got a straight sword. Actually, kind of like a rapier moveset in a way, but it has, you know, straight swords type of stuff. So we've got light and heavy there, but you can actually combine the lights and heavy. So you can do a bunch of lights and finish with a heavy like this. Light, 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 and then heavy. To finish them off and really stab them. And the animation to activate it looks so dope. He flicks it around. Look at the flick of the wrist. So flashy. Just a bit of a disappointing weapon though. Because the damage that it is capable of is kind of embarrassingly low. I wish Dark Souls... I do wish like From Software, Dark Souls, whatever... I do wish they would test weapons a little bit before they just put them in the game. I swear they don't. It feels like they don't. Because they have these great ideas like that. That is visually fantastic, mechanically fantastic. But the actual damage output is horrendous. And the stamina consumption specifically is worse than like any claymore. It consumes more stamina than a claymore. That. Ridiculous. Look, there's another bit of red cloth to point us in the right direction. Just so we really know to go this way. Let's just reach out and get this item, shall we? Oh my god! There's these circles on the ground, on the ash, like a safety pad. I think it's maybe like a visual thing for the player to look at and go, oh, look, there's a safe pile of ash there. But I also think maybe Gale's left these. Just to let you know where you're... Up! Where you're safe to jump. Speaking of humanity... No, show me the good stuff. There you go, look at that! Woo! A giant fucking crawling... a mass of humanity... Alright, Mercmen. Show me what you got. Some awkward numbers. I'm able to hit them twice and then they're on like 1 hit point before they die. It's unfortunate. There's a lot of ambushing going on here. What I really like about this area is the ingenious of From Software. Fully aware that players are going to check every fucking corner you know, every spot at this point for ambushes, because they do them so often, right? So let me give you an example. There's an item here. Suspicious. It can't be that easy. Let me just check the area. There's nothing on the right, nothing on the left, nothing behind me right now, nothing on the ceiling. It's safe. I've checked. Normally there's like an enemy overhanging. Actually, no. These fuckers teleport in. Anime style. Nothing personal, kid. I fucking love that. Like, we're so far into the world of Dark Souls and the meta of it and how it all works and how they do ambushes that they've now changed the way they do ambushes where they're not just hanging about. They fucking teleport in. I love it. Hey, pal. Come here. I'm just gonna slowly keep swinging and eventually I'll hit him. Now, there was one here that I didn't kill, right? Actually, he might have been a teleporting sorcerer, like, he jumped behind you or something and I killed him already. Whoop! 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 Oh my god! As I fucking say that, they teleport in, surprise you. Fucking 2 in 1. Okay, let's have a look at that weapon. The Murky Hand Scythe, which is a short-shafted hand scythe wielded by the Merkmen who rise from the depths, enveloped by a black dampness and imbued with the strength of dark. And it has the quick step ability like any dagger really, which is a great disappointment because they could have done some really cool like decapitation style attacks with this. I'm a bit disappointed by that. We got these nice head slicing swings on the heavy. Light attacks are a bit weird. It's like you're shoving it into them rather than like cutting them with it. Like you shove it in rather than slice. Bit weird that. Alright, let's keep going. We got more to see. Take the plunge. Alright. I know you're distracted by the angel over there, but he's appeared once again. Let us know to take the plunge again. There's probably a red cloth hanging over that edge somewhere. I'm actually really nervous about this area. While naked, I feel like it's going to absolutely destroy me. I do love this mechanic. It makes you go through an area in a whole different way. We first saw this in Bloodborne for a very brief period of time, where there's a guy on a Gatling gun shooting at you, and you had to run through an area using cover, just like I did then. I love that. But they take it to the next level, the next step in this DLC. Oh! Let's have a quick look at this angel, shall we? We'll talk about it a little bit later, because we don't have the evidence right now, at the current stage of the DLC. But where did these things that I'm looking at right now come from? We know that pygmies travel to this land. We know that they end up like turning into like these weird tree root things on the high walls of Lothric, and they're all around that area. And we do know that in Lothric Royal Castle, we find these flying pygmy butterflies all over the area, and they actually manipulate an empty set of armor to attack you at one point. Dragon Slayer armor. And now we see these things. And we've heard about angels before, because that's the whole faith and everything that was based on the miracles of Lothric Knights. They came from Gertrude, who found some sort of angel. She was kept in this cage or something, and some sort of angel approached her, and that's what taught her how to do this unique different set of miracles and manipulate souls to heal and all that, right? And then the Lothric Knights started using it, and you see the same type of magic from the two princes themselves as well, all based off this angel character. This is the first time we actually see one in game, if that's what they were referring to, but I'm not 100% convinced, Because in that room where you fight Lothric princes, there's a billion feathers everywhere. And in Gertrude's cage, there's feathers. That does look like an angel, let's be honest, in a way. Fucked up one. But I don't see any feathers there. I see like crystal and like weird skin. I don't see feathers. So I'm not 100% on that one, guys. Do let me know your theories, you know, as I discuss this, as I go through all of these areas and talk about my theories and what I know, what I think. That's not me saying this is how it is. This is me saying what I currently believe. So if you have any information or your own theory, let me know in the comments. As always, guys, I'm always up for it. And just as we were talking about the Lothric Knights and their faith, we find a room that seems very familiar, with the decapitating statues, and 2 of Lothric's finest. They used to have these, like, priest guys buff them up. Well, now they don't need the priest guys. Apparently now they just do it themselves. The key here is to take one on at a time, because both at the same time is a bit scary, especially when they're buffed up with that damage. Oh, that was unfortunate. I just got a semi-parry. I am god of semi-parries, don't forget, guys. Alright, go ahead, do that. While you do that, I'll beat the shit out of you. Thank you so much for making it easy for me. There is something slightly different about these Lothric Knights, other than the fact that they're buffing themselves. It's these roots that are coming out of them. This corruption, compared to the normal ones. And we've already seen that once before, right here, with these roots, in the WRLD Legion. So now, the Lothric Knights are corrupted in the same way that the WRLD Legion is. At least in this area. Of this current time in Dark Souls. Just a small detail, but a bit of consistency going on there. Hello? Probably the angel can hear me walking around in here. Soul of a crestfallen knight. Alright. Moving forward, moving forward. Another decapitating knight. A bunch of other things. I don't know if you see it right away, but I fucking do. Look at that thing. That is a mouth. There's an eye hole right there, but it's closed. You zoom out again. Bottom of the, like, that's the bottom part of the jaw. That's the top part of the jaw. It's a giant snake thing. Think about the, corruption that you see all throughout Dark Souls 3. These knights, these characters, the random pygmies and stuff that are turned into these giant snake monsters. I think it might be them. I think it might be them. Just, released, wandered, existed for ages, then eventually turned to ash and stone and all that. But the fact that it bleeds is a bit scary, right? It still bleeds. Then you have the other side of things, like the primordial serpents that manipulate man. And we see tons of statues of those things all over the fucking place in this game, just to reference them. But we haven't seen them since Dark Souls 1 in-game. But might be just to reference them. I don't know. Try Hidden Path. You know, I never found an illusion wall here, but I thought I'd try. Right, this is a horrible place, by the way. As far as I'm aware, that's literally it. They just send like... Oh! Whoop! They send like a fucking billion guys at you all at once there. Quite scary. Quite daunting. And what happened when I originally came through here is that. You know, I just saw a bunch of enemies, saw some items, figured fuck it, ran through it as fast as I could. The reason I'm doing this now is because last time I didn't, like I say. And I just noticed something. There's an item there that I never got last time. And there's a fucking ladder there. I never went up to here. I never ever went up to this section of the game. There's something up there that I never did in my blind playthrough. I need to know how to get up there. And it must have something to do with this. Alright, well I just rolled against every fucking wall that was in that place. At least tried to. And did not find any illusion walls, so... Seems like just infinite respawns coming at me there. I can get onto that fountain. If I could make the jump here, that'd be great, but I don't think I can. I think I have to come at it from above, like up there. So how do I get up there? We're gonna have to work that out, but we'll just keep going for now. There's more to see. I'm running out of flasks, so... So that's just fucking fallen down as that pillar. My immediate reaction to that was to back the fuck up and look around. And I discovered this, thank God, by chance. That wall just got smashed by the falling tower. And it revealed a new path. And that's the way I went originally. What I didn't do is go down here and meet that disgusting thing right there. So I went through a world of pain for a little while. I really didn't need to. In case you don't know, let me show you why. This fucking hideous thing is actually the power source for the other hideous thing up there. God, look at that with the backlight. It's very cool. So you destroy these things, you destroy the angel. That's how you're supposed to get through the area. I didn't fucking realize at the time. Oh, you're so gross! Did you see that? I think I just saw feathers. I think I just saw feathers. Loads of them when it came out, when it died. I've never looked at its death animation. I might be wrong. But I think it dropped feathers. So that kind of makes me think those are the angels then. Time for beating to a pulp, then visions of like a dream. Yeah, truly. Oh. So that makes this whole area a lot easier. Hey, Gale. Pointing me down in the right direction again. We got some more red cloth on a... Oh, look at that. That's a nice little detail. He's put it on the hilt of a sword. No, that's really nice. What did you say, Gale? Take the plunge. Come on, do you say anything else ever? Any point, Gale? Come on. Have some originality. We'll go that way in a sec, Gale, alright? I got a secret to go to first. Maybe from this pillar I could jump to... Nope. No, there's no way I'm jumping up there. I'll have to double back once I get to a bonfire and have a look around. But anyway, much more importantly, we have discovered the walking tin can that the pygmy woman referred to. I thought that walking tin can was going to be the last one that came through here. Here he is. Hi. Here's a gesture. It's Patch's squat. Let me just squat down by you, my friend, who is also squatting in a very similar way. But not quite the exact way that I was squatting there, doing the Patch's squat. Just similar.
Oh, look at you. You've got your head screwed on correct. Fantastic. to meet a kindred spirit on this God's forsaken crag. Call me Lap. I can't remember my real name, so let's just go with that. I have a feeling we're going to make a fabulous team. Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
Call him Lap. Hey, isn't Lap in Swedish patch? I'm sure it's not relevant.
Oh, in all honesty, there's something I should tell you. I'm Hollow.
No, I'm Hollow.
Yes. I try to play it off, but I haven't a clue about my past, who I was, or what I lived for. Not even my own blessed name. That's why I've come here, searching for the Purging Monument. Said to be in the Ringed City, where the pygmies who found the Dark Soul at the Dawn of Fire reside. All I can say is, those little stones aren't doing much to help me remember anymore.
It's too bad. Yeah, so they're no longer working on him with the consumable stones to remind him of who he is and his memory and all that. I really like this character storyline. It is fantastic. I think it's genius what they've done here. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but I will reference things as I've already done. And we're going to let it just play itself out, you know, and enjoy it. It's one of the best storylines in the game. He truly is unbreakable.
Well, that's the long and short of it. So if I completely forget who you are, don't be wroth with me. Come on. What else can I say? I'm a bloody Hollow, for heaven's sake.
You say that like it's a bad thing. I'm offended. Also, note that he said something about where the Pygmy Lords found the Dark Soul at the first flame and all that, like the ring flame. We do know that Gale was looking for the Dark Soul, and sure enough, he's been pointing us in the same direction. Seems like he's heading towards these pygmies. That's just been sort of revealed to us.
Well, that's the long and short of it. So if I completely forget, come on.
And that's all of his dialogue, sadly. Alright, Lap. Looking forward to meeting you, mate. He's got the same armor type as the, It does really remind me of the Dark Souls 2 Ivory Crown Knights. Especially that head. Just saying. Let's progress anyway. God, it's so much easier in this area without that fucking asshole angel shooting at me all the time. Ow! Oh my god. These ambushes are off the fucking wall. They're too much. They're too much. Alright. So I can drop onto this ash and not take fall damage. Oh! But I'm thinking of plunging attacks in order. I just don't want to miss. Yeah! Got him! Right in the humanity! Right in the humanity! Oh, I don't have any firebombs. Alright. Let's be very careful. We know what this fucking DLC is like. For ambushes. Don't want to be caught out. This is where we're supposed to take the plunge. That's where Gale was telling us to go. Oh, hello. Sneaky fucker. This is where we were intending to go, but then we took that shortcut, found Lap, and got that nice one-hit plunging attack on these knights. More pygmies here. On their way. Never made it, eh? What are you looking at? It's down there. Nothing, you dumb fucks. Why would you choose to die here? This is more pretty. Like, you could have been looking at this beautiful visage and clouds. But instead, what are you looking at? What did you choose to die looking at? A gross wall. Good choice. Oh, these are the tree men that I was talking about. The pygmies that turned into tree men, by the way. And then the pygmy butterflies. So this is like the halfway point between. You can even see one at the bottom of one of these as well, just to really emphasize it. Stage 1. Stage 2. And then, I guess pygmy butterfly stage 3. And then pygmy angel stage 4. Is what I'm thinking. I can hear breathing around me, but I don't know where from. Probably underneath me. Take the plunge, you won't die. Well, at least you fucking used more words this time. He's wrapped his cloth around that pillar there. Look at that. God, I really, really like that. I never noticed this in my original playthrough. The many different ways they put the wrapped cloth around it. Now, Gale is wearing the slave armor set. This thing right here, Slave Knight. And so what he's doing is he's ripping off pieces of his red cloth and strapping it to stuff for us, as I've said. But what I don't get is how he's got that much cloth on him. There isn't that much, man. Alright. Take the plunge. You won't die. I'm looking at this area here that I've not been to as well, where there's bloodstains. And there's a knight there that I've never seen, I've never gone to before. Maybe this is how you get to that area that I couldn't find before. Again, we'll work that out in a sec. We just need to get to the first bonfire. Here we go. Right in the circle. 10 points. Almost bang on the center. I'd give myself a 9 out of 10 there for landing. Just a little bit off center. And there's our first bonfire. Thank Jeebus. Also, we got some towers that are broken down. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Where they're from and what that's referencing. Very fucking cool, though. But let's just have a look at this area. Earthen Peak Ruins. Earthen Peak was an area in Dark Souls 2. We'll talk about that a little bit more next time. Oh shit, I did it. I fucking did it. We're gonna have to double back and find that area in the next episode. See what the fuck's up there. And obviously what I never saw, what I entirely missed. Excited to see that. An area I never found in my original playthrough. I didn't think that would happen. I missed something. Oh no. We'll go back and do that. We'll progress through here. Lots of lore and stuff to talk about as always. And next time we'll have another mini challenge for the series, a completely different one to Nudist Beach. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Leave a like if you did. I've been Hollow. You've been you. And this has been more Dark Souls 3. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.